Shut the door. Take my phone out.
Hello, just waiting to see if anyone's joining me. Hi Maria, I'm just trying to get rid of Skeweter in a minute.
Take the stuff out.
Yeah, fine. Hi there, right. I was just giving a minute or two. What I'm going to do is something like this. Don't you see that? And hi Carol. And I'll probably do, I know you've seen this before, Maria. I'm probably going to do this. I'm going to do something like that. And then I might, Jane in from Loopy's creative group has shown people how to do she's put some pictures up of some embellishments using bits and pieces like hearts and stuff. So I'm going to have a little go at that as well. And I might be brave and do something else, but I don't know yet. Okay, so we've got 3 here. There's 3 of us, so I'll get started. Right, piece of paper. Now I'm going to do this as if everybody's sort of new to it, okay? Because this is going to stay up. Now to use, what I'm using today is these distress inks. They're water-based. You can actually use them to colour as a water paint-ish. And they're good for blending with, is what I was going to say. Now these are the distress inks and this is distress oxide. I don't know the technical differences, but they do act in a different way when sprayed with water. Okay, so what I'm going to do first, I'm going to leave that there because I wanted that for something else. I've got, this is actually, I think this might be watercolour paper. I won't use that. Just cut up a few bits and pieces here of just paper, card. This one's got a bit of a shine on, so there's nothing specific that I'm using. That's why I put the hi Helen. This is why I've put the watercolor one back. Okay, I'm just going to do something like this and this. Then do the mist at the beginning. Okay, so if you've got no tools and you've just got just some ink, a washing up sponge is ideal. Okay, there's also things like cut and dry foam, which is expensive-ish if you're just going to have a play about. There's various tools. I'm just looking for mine now. One of them, which you put your sponge on, and you can use that to blend. That's one there I'm using for something special. You can use brushes. I've got some brushes here that you can sort of brush it on with. My hands are all sticky now. What I'm going to do, I'm going to use the sponge so we can have a look at that. Because I think this is quite easy actually if you're beginning. So I'm going to take a little bit of the ink. I'm going to start from outside there and just, now with this, because this is like a silky card, it's going to blend easier. Okay, just a little bit like that, and then we'll, now we've got a colour on that, so I'm going to use the wet and dry foam for this. I didn't mean to do red. I will now. A bit more red in. Another colour. I'm not going to use these because they wrap differently. Like I said, I'm just moving over a minute just to see if I can pick up another colour. Let's have some blue. Use this. Hi Jane. Hi, Dave. Hi, Dan. Nice to see you. Yeah, blue. Okay. So put your covers back on so they don't dry out. And then all we need is a stencil. Now, okay, so I've got a stencil because I use them. I use a lot of art and craft stuff, but you can actually sort of cut holes out, cut shapes out of a piece of paper. It will work the same, only it'll go a tiny bit soggy with what I'm going to do. So I'm going to get a wet wipe, and I'm just going to move that in a bit. Hang it back with me. Right, got it. It's too much. I'm literally just going to wipe over there. Now you might have seen some of these techniques before, those that have been making for a long time, like me. And then you take that off, and what's happened is you create all those bubbles. Now it will work with water if you don't want to be using wet wipes, but the water may get a little bit under there. I use water on this one, I think, but it came out okay. Hi, Margaret. Okay, so that's that, and you can use that then as a background, stamp some images on there. I might do a bit of stamping on that after. I might get carried away here. So the next one I'm going to show you is very clever. I learned this from Tracy Evans, who's a very clever and talented lady. Piece of card again. This is very, it's not thick. I would say don't have it too thick because you've got to concertina it. There we go. I'm going to use wild honey here. And literally, let me bring that up. I keep forgetting this, don't I? It's gone down. Bringing it up. And you literally go into, I'm just making sure you can see. Put that across there. And you've got wood, sort of. Okay, I used a lighter on that one. You can then go over it ever so slightly with a bit of white acrylic paint, and that will make it look more sort of with, what am I trying to say? It will make it look older. I'm going to try that again, but I'm going to do it with the lighter colour this time. That was a bit dark. Well, honey, yeah, I got some antique linen here. It'll be better. Let me do it again. Right, not as many, and I got ink all over my hands. So my day goes. That's better. You can use any colour really. I did this in the challenge I set a couple of weeks ago, and somebody did it in different colours and it came out really lovely. That's better. So you can see. And then you can use that as a background to use with stamps. Now, a lot of you don't craft and don't make cards, is probably saying, what the hell's she on about making a background? So what I'm going to do, I've got a black card, and I'm just going to stick this one onto here. Now you can use glue, or I've got double-sided tape. If you use glue, you just glue it. It's simple as that. Try not to put too much around the edges so that it doesn't all spray out. But just a little tip if you're using double-sided tape. I know a lot of you have seen this. What was that, Maria? Pumpkin. Is that pumpkin? Pumice stone, yeah. Yeah, I haven't actually got that one, but I have seen it and it's very nice. Hope everybody's enjoying the sunshine in the garden. Hi there, Jojo. Okay, so we've got some double-sided tape, and a good tip for those of you who haven't done it is just take the tape off and bend it up a little bit. And this card's a bit wet, which is why I can't get this up. Yeah, got it. And that means then when you go to stick it down, you can actually put it where you want it, because you've got room to move it. Otherwise it sticks straight to your card. And you just hold it and pull these out. Okay. And there you've got it. You can just put that on a card. You can, as I say, stamp onto it, and you might stamp onto this. I've got some stamps here, so just to show you what it might look like. These were free in a magazine thing that I bought. What shall I use? The pen. I'm just going to use some script. So I did have a block here somewhere. Hang on a minute. Let's go back. Right, this is much too big. If you're new to stamping, these are really good because all you're having to do is just go back and forth with them. So you're not going to be stamping and getting muck around it. So I'm just going to put that inside of there. And again, if you're new, the best way to do it for you is to bring the ink to the stamp. I did have a black one. Where you gone? There it is. I'm just doing that like that. Now, to stamp, it's good to have something that's spongy underneath, like a magazine or Boris's letter. It's okay, I won't mess up Boris's letter. Just so when you're stamping ink, it's got nowhere to go if you're stamping on a flat surface. So you're not going to get such a crisp image. See, and with these, you can just roll it over till you've got your stamp. Okay, so just like that. And then you could actually put that onto a back paper and make a card out of that. You can put a sentiment on it, not necessarily with just script on there, obviously something of your choice, just like I don't know, happy birthday. You could actually just leave it at that, because I could actually stamp happy birthday across there now, and that would be really nice on its own. And you've got an extra quick card in case you forget somebody's birthday. I'll keep that one by there. Everyone enjoying this so far? I looked if I got any comments. No. Okay. Right, I did, as I said, Jane's group has got some pictures of embellishment, so I said I was going to have a go at one myself. So what I've got is hearts. Now you can use any shapes, flowers, circles, and what I did was I got some sort of nice paper, and because it was paper and I want something that's going to sort of be cardboardish, I got some paper and just stuck it onto a heart. Okay. If you want to know what glue I used Collal glue, but you can use PVA or whatever. If you're going to use glue, it's easier if you actually use a small paintbrush, obviously, to paint it on. Okay, so I've got some old bits and pieces here. What I'm going to do is just put this on the front of there. Now these are things you can do in scrapbooks, just messing about with old bits and pieces, really. So I got a jar with a few, very few bits and pieces in. I started this one, and then I started the box. So I've got, what have I got here? Oh, got a nice little flower. I'll do for now. Got some hessian. I'm just making this up as I'm going along, as you can see. I got these little bits and bobs boxes. Got a heart there. Ooh, got butterflies. And these butterflies I've actually cut out of, you can get punches, you can cut them out. I've cut the hearts out from a die, with a die machine. But basically you can just sort of fold something in half and just draw half a heart, something like that. You see that? And then cut it out. If you do it in paper, it's easier to cut out nicely. I've only done that quick. So you've got your heart. If you do that with paper, you can use that then as a template to use after. Yeah, it's easy, isn't it, Jane? I've been using the die cutting machine because I've got one, and I'm lazy drawing around it. If I've got it, use it. Right, so where was I? I've got another box here with more bits and pieces in. So I've got a purplish button. Yeah, it's not this blue, that'll do. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I want some lace as well. I've no idea what I'm doing, mind. As you can see. Ooh, that's a nice one. Go on there like that. Yeah, perhaps. Right, first of all, I'm going to put some string around it. That's what I was going to do. I'm just going to use, you can use ordinary string as well if you've got, if your heart's a lot bigger. And I'm just going to go through there, around there. This just gives it a bit of interest. Nothing other than that. Cut that off. Oh, that's go down there. Cross them over. Yeah. Just for a little bit of interest. Talk amongst yourselves. I'm not a chatterbox, really. I can see some of the people watching on here who would beg to differ with that one, I know. But don't spoil it for everyone else. I'm not a chatterbox. Right, so I'm going to, I'm not going to stick that one on there. I'm going to use some foam pads. Now, if you haven't got any foam pads, then just stick it with glue there. But I wanted to Yeah, I want to hold it up a bit. I want to give it a bit of dimension. So cut that in half. It's too big. I've got scissors that will do this job brilliantly without these sticking to it, but have I got them here now? No. Okay, so I'm just going to stick that on there. And if you want to, there's nothing stopping you sort of making the string whatever colour you want it to be. I wouldn't necessarily make, well, yeah, I might do. It'd be good in this situation at the moment to make some nice cards and just sort of send them to people just because. Right, so I've got that. What shall I do next? Shall I use that? What do you think? Or shall I use that one? I like that one. But that's going to be too big in there. No, no, no. It's fine. Yes, I like that. Okay, so I'm going to get a bit of glue. I've decanted some glue into one of these. I've got one of these little bottles. If I haven't let it dry up, then it should work. I'm going to put that in the center. The glue I'm using, it's PVA. No, it's not. It's an acrylic glue. I think. I'll have a look now. A lot of you do the classes with me will know, and the challenge is it's Cosmic Shimmer and it's Specialist Acrylic Glue. I find it excellent for sticking things like these, but you know, use PVA if you're only going to sort of do it as a hobby or have a laugh at the moment. Then yeah, use PVA glue. PVA glue. So now I've got a button, and I want to. I picked these up. I think it was 50p in Hobbycraft. Oops. Yep, that's the way to do it. So, and they're pretty stiff on the edges. Got some red on that from somewhere. I've got tape on my finger. Or glue. Right, so what I'm going to do is just. Guess what I'm doing? I forget. You're very quiet. Just pull that back a bit because I don't want all that, and I don't want to waste my little bits and pieces. And just tie that and give it a bit of interest. And I'm going to waste a bit, am I? Cut that off there. Cut that off there. And we're going to stick that to there again with the Cosmic Shimmer glue. Have you all fallen asleep on me? Or have you all gone away? Hi, Shan. Nice to have you here. What was I looking for? Some glue. I only decided this morning that I was going to do this, so. There we go. And hopefully that'll. The other good thing about this glue is it doesn't take too long to stick. And I've got this in here because I lost the top. If you get the glue, don't lose your top. So I've got that now, and what I'm going to do, I shall stick it by there. Because what I'll do is I'll stamp Happy Birthday on. Oh, shall I stamp Happy Birthday? I'll stamp Let Your Light Shine on there. This. Yeah, I'll put it by there. Should have used the light bulb really, shouldn't I? So I think what I'll do, I'll stamp first and then put that on there so that I know where it's going. So if I put that like that, I've got a small block now. I can just pick that up with. Yeah, I'll do it in black so that I'm still using distress ink. As long as you don't wet it, then it'll be fine. You can get sealants for it, but this will be fine. As long as you're not going to stand it up in the rain, it'll be fine. I'll put there. Yeah, I'll put there. Just give it a bit more. If you're going to do it this way, like I am, make sure you've got no nothing around the sides. Okay. There we are. Oh, I didn't use the leaflet, so I've gone straight on. And luckily, it's not splayed out all over the place. It's a good idea to wash your stamps after. You can do them in water. And now I'm going to put some more foam pads on the back of here. There we go. Put it over there. Just to should do it. Just do what they do on Create and Craft and Hochanda. That will stick. It's just that it's a bit put a bit more on there. It might be because of the it might be because it's sort of not level because of the string in it. So if I do it around the edges as well. That is a door banging. Stuart didn't close it properly on his way out. I normally do all that before I come live, but no, he's gone out into the other room and left the door banging because he's probably got the back door open. So apologies for Stuart. Oh, I've already done that. Right, if you need to stick these in a specific place, then what you can do is put a few sort of dots of ink on the back of them. There we go. So literally all you need to do now is stick that onto a card round about that size and you've got a nice little card. Yeah, so that's it for today. Oh, actually, I'm going to be brave. I wasn't sure whether I was going to do it or not, but I'm going to try, if I can remember, to show you how to do a background using glycerine, because it makes it, especially if you're new to mixing the colours, then my butterfly. Then it is a good way to do it, if I can remember. Sheena Douglas from Crafters, and she used to work with Crafters Companion. I got the method from her. So what we need is a tiny little bit of glycerine, and you can buy this in the chemists. I've got there. This is why I've got two different things, because they're all really sticky once you've had the glycerine on them. So I keep them in a different pot. Right, what colours have I got? Oh, I've got the green and blue over here. I'm going to do green and blue. I'm assuming this is one. Yes, okay. Need to keep them apart. So we get a piece of paper or card. Again, I don't know what card this is. I just sort of picked it out. And the way to do it with this is not to go straight in. What you need to do, I'm going to use some Distress Oxide for this. Oops. No, I won't. The reason I'm not going to is because that blends easier than these. So I'm going to just show you how well this blends. So just get some on your mat. I'll do that, and I'll do some red. The thinky backgrounds. Thanks, Maria. Thanks, Janice. Okay, so we're going to put this into the glycerine. Just into. Oh, did you just see what I've done? I've picked up the blue to do the red and purple. Waste the glycerine. Idiot. Purple. I got a red one here. I'll use that for red. Silly girl. I will use. I'm actually going to use this to wipe it. Just to wipe it on the card so that I can get something from it later. It's lovely blue, this. And as you can see, it's just sort of washing across the page. I need some more glycerine on that one, but so not to waste what I've the glycerine I already had on there. That's what I've done. Okay, let's get back to where I was. Some more glycerine. Put my lid on there. Anyone getting confused yet? Put glycerine there. I'm going to use this for the red. Oops. Take that one off. Got that one on. That'll go for the purple. Sorry. Just make sure you've got quite a bit on there. And another card. This is back of a hunky dory card, so it's shiny. I haven't got a clue how it's going to work. And I think this was the way she did it. Yeah, sure. So you can just see it. Let's bring this in. Let's come over here a bit. Well, it's sliding across the top, especially because of, yes, I'm not going to use this hunky dory card because it's, oh, I can't see it anyway. It's swimming across the top. Let's do another one. That's a slidey. It was a very slidey card. Look at that again. It's the sun isn't good today on my, oh, the light. Right. Did you get why I changed that? It was sliding across, which is really nice, but because the card itself was very, very shiny, it was moving the ink across as opposed to sort of giving it a nice blend. Or it could be the glycerine, to be fair. Yeah, it's just too easy, actually. It is the glycerine. I'd forgotten how easy the glycerine blends it. So back in the glycerine again and into the red this time. And we'll come across like this. See this how that's blending, it's perfect. I'm going to blend like that without, can you see? I'm going to have to take a course one day on using a video. I'll do some more of the purple. Should be enough glycerine on there now. It's very sticky, messy. Yeah, it just makes it glide across the page. Now, the next bit I haven't tried. I'm just going to dry it a minute. I have tried drying it, but dry it off. Just slightly. Or was that a good idea? Probably not. So I'm going to try and do this method again. So baby wipe. I'm using a baby wipe along the red or the pink, whatever it is. So we've got, I think there must have been some ink on there for that's made that sort of a colour that it wasn't supposed to be. And then I'm going to try some water, some kitchen towel. It's supposed to be only 5 minutes. It's called playing. Now let's see how it reacts with a bit of water. If I can find my little thing. And then I need to take that up with some kitchen towel straight away. And take your stencil off. Yeah, you've got, as you can see, you've got the bits of water, but it makes a really nice pattern. You can probably try that one. A lot of people will actually like that. I'm too finicky. And that's another background you can do. So I am going to shut up now, and I'm going to go and I'm going to clean all this up. And then I might do a bit more art journaling for those in the group. If any of you watching actually want to join Tidy's Creating Corner, feel free, especially if you just only join it to sort of have a laugh at me, and then join when all this virus is over and we've all got a life again. I hope you're not all finding it too bad, but I'm okay because this is what I do all day anyway. So I'm not too bad. So lovely to have you here. Hi, Chris and Emma. This will stay in the Creating Corner. If you're not a member in it and you can't get hold of it, just request to join. Can favour your inks now, Maria. I've not forgotten that I'm going to do one with gesso on for you sometime in the next couple of weeks. So what you can use your gesso for. Yeah, if you want to come over and join, then please do. And then you should see when it's live. As I said, it's going to be recorded in my group. Whether it stays on Facebook itself, I don't know. But by all means, come and do the group. And hi, Mandy. Just finishing up. But as I said, it's going to stay, so you can watch it anytime you want. I'm going to go and put it on YouTube after as well, so I'll put a link up for my YouTube channel and you can go and watch that at your leisure there. So I'm going to go and clean up now, and then I'm going to play with something else tonight, and you never know, I might show you how to do it again next week, or do whatever I'm playing with. I'm actually quite pleased with that. Thank you, Jane, for the ideas of the embellishments. I'd never thought of just using a little embellishment like that on the card, but yeah, thanks. Okay, I'll see you all again. I'm closing off now. Bye.